GloRilla and the City Girls JT beef just took a really bad turn. Now, this video will be broken up into two parts. The first part would be a video I already made on GloRilla and JT and the history of their beef and why they're beefing. And the second part will be the recent drama. So if you already watched part one, you can skip to part two to hear about the recent drama. The VMAs were last month, but apparently we still got a lot to cover because today, a close source to Cardi B, Armand Wiggins, like he's a blogger that Cardi B trusts, that, you know, very reliable in the female T sector of YouTube. He came out and told a story about a fight that took place backstage at the VMAs involving GloRilla and this female rapper.
JT and GloRilla got into a fight or some sort of tussle backstage at the 2023 VMAs this year. At the VMAs, JT and GloRilla were backstage, and GloRilla wanted to speak to, or tried to speak to JT, and JT snubbed her off, like in a very nasty, catty way, like rolled her eyes at her and ignored her. And GloRilla went in to try to speak and kind of give her a hug, and JT kind of gave like, bitch, you know, like very one of them, you know, and GloRilla wasn't feeling that. So apparently, now these are the two, this is where the telephone game gets played. Apparently, from one person, they're saying like, you know, GloRilla threw a drink at JT. Another person says she threw a purse and it hit JT. And that's when the tussle had happened or whatever. And then the girls had kind of separated and kind of got paid.
If the source is reliable, the question is, why are these two beefing? Now, we know that chicks are catty, but these two are supposed to be cool because JT gave GloRilla her first big look when she hopped on the FN Free remix.
F-R-E-E, hold up, stop the beat. I'm a motherfucking city girl, ain't shit free by me.
Here's one theory. It may stem from Cardi B and JT beef when Cardi B and JT got into it due to JT and the City Girls alliance to Nicki Minaj.
You guys, Cardi and JT from the City Girls are beefing on Twitter, so get some popcorn because there's a lot to unpack here. I'm E Petty, let's get into it. So it all started when Cardi tweeted out lapdog, in which JT tweeted out wiener dog, and then Cardi tweeted out go fetch, and after this, just all hell broke loose. In which JT quote tweeted Cardi saying, Cardi, you go fetch a real talent. We DMing, why you gotta come back here to put on a show for these kids? So wait, me and you talking in DM woman to woman, but you taking it to your timeline and throw shots calling me a bully and a wiener. Why you playing dumb? And you talking about a talent? Ha, you forgot P tried to put me on with your writer. No, you wanted R written. I'm assuming she meant writer. For our hooks, for our sound, because you clearly have none. Ask any writer. I write my own shit. You know this. I definitely didn't. P wanted to put me into your writers because y'all's numbers make him pennies. My talent speaks for itself though. Cardi, please, I'm not impressed. I don't care. I'm not about to be with you about YouTube. Girl, is you crazy? Didn't I hit you back in the DM 20 minutes ago? But I gotta come on the timeline for a response and you're mute but steady arguing here. Like I said, this shit is for show. Opportunists. Maybe both are timing off, but how am I an opportunist? You called me a lapdog for no fucking reason. Make sense. But back to the DMs I go. If the shoe fits, that's your fault. And then Cardi tweeted out, matter of fact, I'm not even doing this on the timeline. It's becoming real repetitive for doggy treats. We already addressing it in the DMs. Goodbye, y'all. But JT was not done. She came back with, wait, I'm back for this last week, cause who do anything for doggy treats? If anything, GloRilla have you a bone that you need to go feed to that dog you was posing by the pool with for hot shit.
You see, here's the thing. Even though JT gave GloRilla one of her first big looks by hopping on her song when she was a relatively new artist, it looks like GloRilla wasn't picking sides between Cardi and JT beef because GloRilla allowed Cardi B to hop on the Tomorrow 2 remix and diss JT.
JT responded to Cardi B on the last That remix. I sell her mind, I got condos in that bitch head.
Pussy, fuck a condo if it ain't the penthouse.
That wasn't the first or last time that Cardi B and JT sent subliminal shots at each other over verses.
At home playing fetch by a swimming pool. I'm a real big dog, bitch. You a scrappy dude doing all that wifey shit, knowing he don't fuck with you.
That's too worried about me and my nigga. You should worry about the nigga you're sleep with. Face is given and never not gave. Been to Atlanta, but bitches ain't brave. Hot bitches mad, I'm the #1 pick. It's funny, your nigga the one that's a trick.
Just in case y'all missed the disses, I'll break it down for you guys. JT tweeted to Cardi B prior that GloRilla gave Cardi B a bone and Cardi B should take the bone and go play fetch with the dog she was posted poolside with, aka Offset being a dog. JT will also tell Cardi B she's delusional and her dude don't really F with her, essentially telling Cardi B that Offset keeps cheating on you because he really don't F with you. And Cardi B's response to JT would be, you worried about my dude, but not the girl that your guy, aka Uzi Vert, is cheating with. And she will also tell JT that she came to Atlanta, but JT ain't really want no smoke. She wasn't brave enough. And Cardi will also, I guess, diss Uzi as well, since JT diss Offset. And Cardi will say that Uzi Vert is a trick in them Atlanta streets. Their beef got pretty personal, so it's not hard to see how JT may have an issue with GloRilla for not picking sides and allowing Cardi B to diss her on her song. Now, there's one theory. Another theory was proposed by the man who broke the story, Armand Wiggins. See, he stated their beef may have started at the Beyonce concert.
I was at the Beyonce concert in one of those boxes, okay, on the floor, on the floor boxes. It was a sponsored event, okay. I was one of the influencers there. There were some other influencers there, and the City Girls were actually sponsored as well to be at the concert in this box. I was in the same box as the City Girls, okay. I was there first with some other like Diera and Tana Mongo and some other people in this sponsored box. There was another box next to us, but that box was empty. The City Girls hadn't gotten to the box yet. They were lingering around. I don't know where they were at. So Young Miami walks in. JT walks behind her. So I'm sitting somewhat in the middle. There's a girl kind of sitting here, but then there was only one chair that was going to give you that onward focus, and it was two of them. So Young Miami comes back to the top, kind of looking like where she's going to sit, and she clearly wants to sit over here, but there was somebody sitting there, and there was like one seat. So she's looking, and like as she's walking in, though, she's...
Now, it's not unusual that celebrities will have their own box at these shows, but City Girls and JT did have their own box, and they was put with whoever was sponsoring them to be there. They was put in the same box as the other people that company was sponsoring. But it looks like they thought they was too good to sit with the commenters and the bloggers, so they decided to find another box that may be empty.
They were like, you know, giving a lot, like it was like not good enough for them and whatever the case may be. It was really Young Miami, though. Like, she didn't want to be in that box. Whatever. So there was a box next to it. Nobody was in there yet. So they go into that box. They go into that box. Now, it may be like 20 or 30 minutes later, we see, that box kind of was full. So that was Yo Gotti's box. So it was like Yo Gotti, Angela Simmons, SZA was in there, GloRilla was in there, but them girls got put out that box. They put the City Girls out that box. But you heard Young Miami and JT like telling the security guards for Yo Gotti's box, like, don't touch me, don't put your hand in my face. Like, they was getting into it. But girl, when they got there, Yo Gotti, GloRilla, and them, they was giving like, girl, bye.
So recently, GloRilla dropped a song called I, which is the intro single to her new album. Now, on this song, she addressed her and JT past conflicts.
I just pray one day the bad bitches will come together, cause Cardi and Nicki on the track will break some fucking records. Me and JT ain't the best of friends, but we ain't beefing.
JT apparently wasn't feeling this, and it's news to her that her and GloRilla wasn't beefing, because apparently it's still smoke for GloRilla. See, JT would take to social media to respond back to GloRilla finally addressing the fact that, you know, they had some type of beef or squabble or quorum in the past. In an Instagram comment section, JT will respond back to a fan and says that GloRilla never slapped her. She would also say that she thinks, you know, it's very on brand that GloRilla refused to clear up the rumors that she slapped JT until it was time for her to drop an album. She would also say it's very corny of GloRilla to go radio silent when everyone was saying and lying about her slapping JT at the VMAs. but not only go radio silent, but also began to play into the rumors that she slapped JT by releasing a song, all right, about slapping rap bitches. And now it's female unity. Right? She thinks it's corny. She thinks GloRilla is a hypocrite. And to be honest, JT is kind of right. She's spot on. If there's rumors going around that you slapped me, like, you should clear it up if it's not true, especially if you see it's taking legs and arms of its own and it's on every blog and is everywhere. But what you don't do is hop online and make a song about slapping rap bitches without clarifying that, because now people think you really slapped me and you're playing into it, right? You know, like you're using me and trying to destroy my brand to sell records, and that's not cool. And I think JT is absolutely right. Now, GloRilla will respond back to JT on the timeline going off about her recent song. GloRilla will respond back to say the only reason she mentioned JT was to clear the air, and she was unclear as to what JT wanted her to do. But she will confirm that she did indeed slap JT with her purse, but it wasn't her hand. Now, she would also say, don't make me pop up at one of them backyard barbecue shows you're doing. You feeling a way about slapping rap bitches and making bill ho. Guess that last run-in had you thinking you the only bitch I touched. JT will respond back and call GloRilla an absolute liar and fanned out. Now, GloRilla will make fun of JT's, I guess, multiple arrested mugshots by saying inmate 0983 was taking off her shoes like she was going to get at me. Didn't know if her ass was trying to get active or get sturdy. Lying about getting touched is crazy. JT would then say she thought GloRilla was a real one. All right, but she not. She caused all that shit with FNX Remix 2, came in the game messy and phony, ready to switch on your homies too, had to jump back on the roof. When JT says that GloRilla came into the game being messy with the FNF Remix, she's referring to how when GloRilla first came into the game, Saweetie was the first one that reached out to GloRilla, show love, put her arms around GloRilla. When GloRilla, I'm talking about, had like 10,000 followers, Saweetie was showing her mad love. However, when FNF Remix blew up, Saweetie was the first one to reach out and say, yo, listen, I want to give you a big look, and get on a remix of the song. GloRilla was ecstatic and happy, and she put Saweetie on it. Saweetie dropped a verse on it. However, when the song became meteoric, Saweetie's career wasn't really hot at the time. So GloRilla chose other female rappers instead of Saweetie and took Saweetie off the song. So that's what, JT means when she says, yo, you came into the game being messy, but now you're preaching, that female empowerment stuff. So then JT openly invites GloRilla to pop up at one of her shows, since GloRilla keeps threatening to come. JT will also say, hey, yo, you're making fun of me doing my own shows, but your boss, Yo Gotti, started doing backyard barbecue shows as well, and now he owns you. All right, JT will also say, that never made me feel away, dick face. I never reacted, never gave a fuck. Just stop the fake unity stuff, right? And that will be in response to GloRilla saying, yeah, you slower than me. I'm done arguing. Get up with me in real life. I don't do the internet. You gonna win every time. I already heard you going broke anyways. Now, it's unclear where GloRilla heard JT is going broke. Maybe it's because JT is now doing club shows instead of arenas and stadiums as she used to do. I don't know. But JT right now doesn't pay bills. Uzi Vert, is paying all the bills in her home. So it's unclear what JT will be spending her money on that she's going broke, but who knows. Now, this is where things take a really bad turn. Now, they start talking about mugshots, and JT makes a credible threat on GloRilla's life. She tells GloRilla that when she sees GloRilla, she's going to do this. JT posts all the pictures of her mugshot, and she circles a blank spot and said her ninth mugshot is coming soon, pending, alluding to when she sees GloRilla, she's going to go to jail. And then she takes her self-snitching a little further, where she tells GloRilla that the ninth mugshot is gonna be when she poke holes in GloRilla when she sees her. These rap girls are beefing worse than the dudes, bro. And they're literally talking like they're absolute gangsters and thugs and shooters, bro. When JT tells GloRilla poking holes in you, she's referring to only two things: to stab you up or to shoot you and put holes in you. Both things is a credible threat. Any type of threat coming from anybody with 8 mugshots is a credible threat. Clearly, that person that's making a threat towards you doesn't care about going to jail. They got 8 mugshots. They've been to jail 8 times. You have to try really hard to go to jail once. The fact that she's been to jail 8 times, bruh, that lady doesn't care about going to jail. She will hurt you. If I'm GloRilla, I'm taking those threats real seriously, bro. All right, bro, you trying to put holes in me? You trying to shoot me? Stab me up? Kill me? Nah, hold up. Nah, bro. So listen, if I'm GloRilla, bro, I should be very worried about these credible threats on my life and seek the police, seek the authorities, bro, and don't take this lightly. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, all right? And if you're still watching, click on the video somewhere on my screen to find out how Sneako ran away in terror after these men confronted him with this. Click on this video here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.